Story. Hello, children. The title of our story is Booby Trap. Listen up. Once upon a time in West Africa, there was a village named Okokomaiko. They had the finest warriors the world had ever bred. During the era of these warlords, kings and merchants were brought to their knees. Battles and wars were decided within hours. The name Okokomaiko drives fear down the spines of neighboring warriors. They were the real monsters of the Stone Age, devoid of every form of sympathy. They crushed everything within their path. Contemporarily, there exists a small village called Millicent, seated on a lofty mountain to the east of Okokomaiko. These ones had never tasted defeat. But for how long will their glory be sustained? Not for long, I guess. For the ruthless warriors of Okokomaiko had just been armed with a sumptuous myth that the island of Millicent plays host to the world's most glorious treasures. And now, they have their eyes set on the land. Meanwhile, in the little island of Millicent, the people were being besieged by two huge mountain lions terrorizing their livestock and preying on their domestics. The chiefs of the land did all they could to stop these ruthless cannibals, but their efforts were futile. So, out of fear of the beast turning on humans, they carved out a tradition. Each night, the villagers present 2 live goats at the village square to these wild beasts. Well, as time passed, the people became apprehensive by the rapid decline of their domestics and longed for a better alternative. At the same time, a young shepherd boy named Booby, who lived at the outskirts of the little island, was also not pleased with this new custom. He believed there is a way to end the reign of these terrors. So, day after day, he brainstormed on different ideas to trap the carnivores. Finally, he came up with a plan and acted on it. First, he dug a pit around a lone whistle tree at the center of the village square. Next, he placed a log across the pit to form a log bridge. He then walked across the log bridge with a ram, which he fastened to the whistle tree as a bait to lure the lions towards the trap. When he was done fastening the ram to the tree, he walked back to the other side of the bridge and took down the log bridge. He then carefully concealed the pit by placing palm leaves over it, after which he went into hiding. When the lions came, they charged towards the ram, unaware of the carefully disguised trap. Ouch! They were swallowed by the Booby Trap. Booby crept out of his hiding place and used his bows and arrows to put the beast out of existence. At dawn, the villagers were awoken by the news of the slew lions and were overwhelmed with joy. Even the chiefs couldn't conceal the joy on their ever serious-looking faces. They immediately summoned a feast. At the feast, everyone ate, dined, and danced. But just when the feast was at its peak, the messengers from Okokomaiko barged in. The message they brought was not of peace but of war. They urged the people of Millicent to lay down their arms and surrender themselves to the warriors of Okokomaiko, whose presence were imminent within days. Once again, the little island of Millicent was sent into the world of gloom. Although the chiefs were devastated by the message, it was the expression on the faces of the people, the children, the orphans, the pregnant women, the widows, and the physically challenged that truly shattered their hearts. Quickly, they formed a sphere to deliberate on the issue at hand, and together they reached a conclusion. They vowed never to surrender to the warriors of Okokomaiko. Swiftly, they summoned the warriors of the land. But at last, only a handful of warriors turned in. With the numbers of warriors at hand, the chiefs knew they stand no chance against the dreaded warriors of Okokomaiko, and so they beckoned on Booby and his tricks. Already, Booby was infuriated with the proud and arrogant warriors of Okokomaiko, and so when he was approached by the chiefs, he was swift to accept their request to help out in defending the land. He politely asked the chiefs for some time to devise a plan. After days of meditation, Booby came up with some creepy tricks, knowing that the village sits on a mountain top. Booby advised the chiefs to grease the alpine zone of the mountain. The villagers contributed gallons of oil to this cause. So, when the warriors of Okokomaiko came, most of them couldn't climb to the mountain top because it was very slippery. Even some fell to their death. The few that made it to the mountaintop got sucked into an area of quicksand, disguised by Booby as a fountain of fine gold. Others fell into Booby's concealed pits. The warriors of Okokomaiko were finally defeated by wisdom and tricks. And once again, Booby's traps saved the day. Saved at last, the people were happy and returned to their normal lives. So, young folks, whatever you do, you must be very careful. Look before you leap, for Booby's traps are everywhere.
Now, these are the moral lessons of the story. 1. Size, strength, and mightiness are no match for wisdom. 2. All that glitters are not gold. Some are Booby's trap. Before making decision, make sure you're not fitting yourself in a trap. 3. No matter how strong we are, if we are not careful, we can still get caught in a Booby's trap. It is wise to be careful. 4. There is no problem without a peaceful resolution. Always find that better alternative of ending mountain-like problems once and for all. 5. It is easier to deceive a strong, mighty giant than a shrewd little boy. Now, children, did you spot a new word? If you did spot a word or words, write them down in your vocabulary bank. Write down their meanings, synonyms, and antonyms, and the number of syllables that makes up the word. As for me, the new words I spotted are merchant, contemporary, overwhelmed,